Brand new recipe today, something at least that I've never done before, and that's going to be the outer brood armor that you can craft, which I'm told by my guildmates that it's tier 3, so it's an upgrade from shackled. I think in the comments, if I'm wrong, tell me. I want to know. And tell me if it's not considered tier 3, what tier is it? And is it better than shackled or not? Hopefully I'll have the answer by the end of this video. So we're going to go over here to the forge, and like a lot of the armor crafting, we're not going to be crafting the completed thing, armor, whatever. We're going to be creating like a box, and you put other stuff in there to complete it. But this is one of the important parts. So I'm going to start by typing Voidstone in blacksmithing. And I'm not going to make all the parts because getting these materials is very difficult for me. I don't want to pay the price that other people are, offering. I don't want to compete with those prices. I can't. And so the only way for me to get the stuff is through a few kind guildies who have given me some of the materials, and to go get it myself, which I've been trying to do, but I'm always scarce on time. So here we're going to try to make, I don't know, maybe the breastplate or something. So let's start off with the most simplest of things. You need the Voidstone ore, a smithy hammer, and a regular water flask to make your Voidstone infused sheet. So I'm going to be making one of each thing. Actually, I got to make more than one of each thing. Oh, I have no more ore though. Wait, I probably have some in the depot. Aha! Yes, I do. Oh, thank goodness for that, man. I was gonna be like, I guess I'm not making a video. I had no ore. Oh, I knew that. Yes. Haha, I was playing a joke on you. We'll do 4. I don't know. Ah! I failed one. Alright, we made 5. Now we gotta make the chainmail links. So almost the same thing, the water flask, the Voidstone ore, but this time we use pliers to make the chainmail links. So we're going to make 5 of them. I'm just going to hit make all until I get up to 5. Alright, there we go. So we've got the links, we've got the plate. Now we actually have to switch over to tailoring for a moment, because eventually we want to make the patch, and for the patch you need the infused leather and the heavy fabric, and that's silk and leather respectively. A note, my recipes are in my kit because I've already crafted these things. Okay, this is not my first time crafting it, so that's why I have the recipes. You might try to type in Voidstone and not see the recipes, because you have to craft it at least once to have it memorized. And that's why I'm trying to go through the different materials that you need, especially with EQ traders still being crippled. It's been like that for months now, you know. First it was gone completely, now it's up, but you still can't use the search, and the search is everything, you know. I'm sure they're losing money from visits to their site hand over fist. Alright, sewing needle, spool of simple thread, both purchased off of tailoring merchants, and then the Voidstone infused silk. You need 8 of those, so you use up a lot of silk. Fortunately, silk is the one thing I have more of, with having 251 of them. And that makes the Voidstone infused heavy fabric. So we're going to hit make all again until I get 5. And then I'm going to switch to the leather. Next, we have the Voidstone infused hide, which is needed to make the Voidstone infused leather. Then you need the tanning chemicals, purchased from most tailoring merchants, and elm handled shears, which I'm pretty sure you gotta craft those. It's pretty easy. It's a smithing thing. Pretty sure it's smithing. It could potentially be fletching because of the wood shears, but I'm pretty sure that's a smithing thing. All right, so I'm going to make one, and then we're going to craft 5 of them. All right, we got 5. Also, do remember, when switching from tailoring to smithing, be sure you have both your Mystic Bolt and your Blacksmith Adamantine Hammer equipped. These are your trophies, and they give you a huge skill boost. As you see, I take off my bolt. My tailoring is 315. I put it back on, it's 360, and that improves my chances. I only have a 75% chance of success without it, but I have a 95% chance of success with it. So equip your Mystic Bolt when doing the tailoring part. So back to the forge, and I still have my hammer here, and that's what I did. I just equipped it because you can equip it in any one of these slots here. So I did that so I wouldn't forget. And we're gonna type in Voidstone, and we want to make the Voidstone Transmogrific patch. For this we need a sewing needle, purchased off of most tailoring merchants. At least I'm pretty sure. I don't think you have to craft that one. I think it's purchased. The typical smithy hammer, purchased off most blacksmithing merchants. Pliers. I think the pliers can be purchased from the blacksmith merchants. I don't think you gotta craft those. But if you did, you could probably just look it up on Alakazam and eventually EQ Traders when it's working again. Filament silk thread, which is purchased off certain merchants. I think this is one of those that you have to go like to Lorian's Inn to buy it. You could check the tailoring merchant, but if it's not at the tailoring merchant, it's that halfling merchant in the kitchen at Lorian's Inn should sell it. If I'm wrong, leave a comment. I'll try to find it for you. So now we need the Voidstone infused sheet, the Voidstone infused chainmail links, the Voidstone infused leather, and the Voidstone infused fabric. We're gonna make one of these so I can put it right here with the other stuff. And then I'm going to just hit make all to have 5 of these. And there we go. Fortunately, we succeeded. It's trivial at 255, so at least that's a little easier to craft than the links are or the plate is. It looks like I have a 96% chance of success for that. So the armor isn't going to show up because it's not called Voidstone, unfortunately. It's called Nascent. So I'm just going to type in NAS because I have it already memorized. I'll go through all of the different ones and what they use. I'm just not going to craft all of them because, again, I have a very limited supply of this stuff and I really don't want to use it all just to make a video. Sure, I could always hold on to this stuff or sell it, but it's easier to just hold on to the materials rather than completed units, just because of how inventory works in Everquest. So for the arms armor, the Nascent Arms Armor, you would use 2 of the Transmogrific patches, plate, vamprace, template, mold, and a smithy hammer. And they're all pretty much the same like this. The only thing that varies is the mold and the number of patches. So the chest armor, that one will use 4. and breastplate template mold and smithy hammer, right? Voidstone transmogrific patch. So just remember, when I say patch, I'm saying this. I'm not going to say the whole thing every time because it's just too much, too many words. Okay, too many words for me. Then the feet armor, it's 2 patches. The plate boot template mold, smithy hammer. The hands, it is just 1 patch, a smithy hammer, and the gauntlet template mold. The head, 2 patches, smithy hammer, plate helm template mold. Legs armor is 3 patches, plate greaves template mold, smithy hammer. I might have said smithy hammer already. You don't need 2 of them, that's for sure. Nascent wrist armor is just 1 patch, 1 plate bracer mold, and the smithy hammer. And you know what? Since it uses the least amount, I'm just going to make 1 wrist, okay? And I failed. I failed because you need a 510 skill to make it, and even with my hammer equipped, without it, it would be a 46% chance of success. With my hammer, it's 69, dude. So, still not the best odds. There we go. And I have my Nascent wrist armor. So we're going to close the forge here, and we're going to inspect the wrist armor and see what we need to activate it. Because as you see, it is like a container. So I'm going to grab it out of here and put it in an open slot, and it's a 6-slotted container. What goes in it? Combine an emblem for your class. So me being a mage, I would use a mage emblem. If you're a warrior, you would use a warrior emblem. If you're a rogue emblem, and so on. Use the emblem for your class. I'll do a quick thing over here where I go to the smithy, and if you have this enabled, show only items I can use, you will not see any emblems on this merchant because she only sells the plate class ones. But if you were to click it off and then type EMB, you could find the emblem for all the plate and chain classes. Likewise, if I run over to the opposite side here and I go to the tailor, I type EMB, see it's still not checked, so it shows me all of the emblems for the leather and silk or cloth wearing classes. Mostly casters and monk and beast lord, I believe. That's it. Oh, and druid. Yes, druid. So if you want to make sure you're only getting the emblem you can use, click this back on and you'll see there's the mage emblem. That's the one I want. If you're not sure, right click and it says under class mage. If it, for druid it would say druid. Okay, so we need our emblem. I'm gonna open this up again. Then we need a Voidstone fortification medium and the appropriate armor lining of the uprising. So I'm going to switch over to the warrior because they actually have a lining. Not all of them, just one, because that's how hard it is to come by. I've seen a few in the bazaar and they range from, what was it, 250k to 1 million plat for one lining. So yeah, pretty pricey, guys. So here I'm on the warrior. I'm gonna take a run to, I believe Hotstock Hills is where I'm gonna go and get the other stuff that I need. I've got a little over 1 million plat, so I should have plenty to get all the medium that I need. I think I have my emblems already. You may be asking me right now, well, Fez, this is all great, but how do I get to Hodstock Hills if I don't have that clicky in the guild hall like you guys have? Unfortunately, I don't know. Somebody left a piece of cake on the stairs. Okay. So yeah, we have this clicky here that automatically takes us there. I know not everybody's going to have that. I do think that you can buy the little portal stone to Hodstock Hills from the little gnome in the basic guild hall and go there. But you see, for me it was simple. Just right click. I chose Hodstock Hills teleport and it sends me there. I believe you get those little clicky statues from when you purchase the expansion. If you purchase like the premium version of it or whatever, the collector's version maybe, I don't know. I just know it's way more expensive and I don't have the money for that kind of thing. I think it's the Crystal Wing merchant that sells the stuff. And I want to make sure, so I'm going to look again, that I don't buy the wrong one, because there's more than one medium. So if you type in medium, you'll see these two selections. And we've got Voidstone Fortification Medium, which is the cheaper of the two, and then the Invigoration Medium, which I believe that's if you are making the raid version of this item. Because if you click on the reward, I think it shows you two different options, like most of these do this. So you've got the group version that has 15,822 hit points, and that would be the I think for mages, right? Oh no, for warrior. Okay, it's showing the warrior one for me because I'm on the warrior now. Duh. And the AC is 1079 and it's got ferocity 11 on it. What does my current legs have? Oh, it has ferocity 11 also. And it's got more hit points, but I think that's because I have Augs in it and a power source. So again, I'm going to risk that this is going to be a better, like an upgrade, and I'm going to take out the Augs from my legs and I'll compare the two and show you at the end of the video so we have an idea. So Fortification Medium, that's what I'm getting. I'll get 7 because I have 7 pieces. I don't have all the components for it yet, but if you're wondering, 7 of those cost me 209,474 plat. So I have that. Let's try to find my emblems. Okay, I've got 2 emblems of the Overlord. Where's my medium? Oh, I think I have a glove thing too for this. Okay. Okay, so there it is. I was looking right at it. I just forgot what the heck it looked like. Boy, oh boy, am I dumb. Alright. I just want to make sure. Yes, warrior. I don't want to make no mistakes, man. We got the 3 components. We hit combine. And boom, we've got our legs. And that's them. I think I'm going to make the gloves too. And then I'm going to... Actually, no. Let's stick with just making this for now. And let's call up our permutation peddler and pull out the Augs. And I want to compare the two. We're removing our power source also. So now see the stats went down some. Okay, permutation peddler. I was looking for the button. This guy, you get him under alt advancement and under specials, and everybody gets him. And you don't have to spend AA points. He's free. You get things like staunch recovery, steadfast servant, clockwork banker, permutation peddler. See, and you just make a hotkey. You put it anywhere, and then you can call him. And he's a little merchant, who sells you the augments distillers. And so we're going to remove the augments. I'm not going to remove this right away. I will remove it if it's an upgrade, because that uses the special distiller stuff. So, okay, we need 13 and a 12. All right. So let's remove this one and remove this one. And let's compare the two. The only difference is this one's going to have the 35 purity, right? So, yeah. So I had the Legionnaire Greaves of the Shackled. I crafted Legionnaire Greaves of Uprising. And I'm going from 1057 AC to 1079 AC. 14,719 hit points to 15,822 hit points. It's not a huge upgrade, unfortunately, but it does look like I have more of everything except purity, but that's because I need to remove the purity aug, which I probably will be doing. But you need to remember, as a tank, every little bit helps. I don't know if it's worth spending as much as I am on the components and stuff. That's why I don't want to spend 250,000 or 250,000 or to a million plat per lining to make this stuff. It's not worth that much. It's not. So I'm gonna hope that either guildies will help me find some lining, or that I will be able to track some down on the cheap to finish equipping my warrior. Until then, I'm going to continue using the Shackled. So, yeah, let's pull this one out. Okay, I need to get the distiller for that. But let's put these other augs in here. Alright, so now it's at 17,000 hit points. And 1154 AC. Yeah, because these are some decent augs, man. Look at this one, 75 AC and 1225 HP. Then it's got strength, stamina, and charisma. I guess that's useful. I feel pretty. Oh, so pretty. Okay, so let's put that on. And then with the power source, let's go track down what power source was I using. I want to make sure I'm not putting in one of the power sources that... Okay, it was this one, because this one's kind of close to being depleted. I don't want to waste, you know, have like a bunch of half-depleted power sources. Yeah, this one's got 14% power left, so I want to use it until it's been spent. So now let's look at this, and we have 17,854 AC. Some of the things go down a little bit because that's how power sources work. Let me see if I put in a better power source. This one's got 120 AC with 16k or 1600 hit points. These are not good power sources. I need to pass these on to someone else. Where is my warrior power sources? Okay, so this is a really good one. Let's pop this in and see what our armor turns into. 17,972, right? Compared to 17,859. The AC goes up a little bit as well. My hit point regen went up a little bit too. I think if I put my purity aug in there, it goes up even more. So just so you know, that's sort of what power sources do. And the things that it's lowering, intelligence and wisdom, are not all that important. It seems to lower strength a little bit for some reason, but I assure you my strength is still really good. And getting your stamina up so you have more hit points is more important as a tank, okay? You're meant to take the hits more than you are to do the damage. So let's put this back here. And I think that's about it that I wanted to cover. Like I said, I need to pull out this AUG. So I'm going to go to POK. I'll show you how to do that real quick before we end the video. And I have my Stein here somewhere. For those who don't know, I'm using the Drunkard Stein. It is a quest available only during the anniversary month in, I think it's what, March? Super easy quest, barely an inconvenience. So put that like on your calendar or something. Remind yourself to try to do the Drunkard Stein when the next anniversary event rolls around, because they're so useful. Pretty sure you can even click it during combat, and you saw it was a very fast cast time, so it's one of the better portal things out there for a non-caster. Sure, any caster could just use gate, but us warriors, we got that. So if you go here to the loyalty merchant and you talk to them and type in like DIST, you'll see Perfected Augment Distiller, and it cost 432 loyalty tokens. I currently have 3,000, so I'm pretty good. Gonna buy one. You just want to confirm, hit yes. And now I can pull out the AUG here. I mean, you could always just buy another one of these purity AUGs. They're fairly common, but you can also just get it, take it out. So here we go, we pop that in there. And now it should be, I should have checked what the stats were before and after the purity AUG to see if it's really worth it. Let's see if the stats are any different. I think it automatically updated when I put the purity AUG in, so I'm not sure. I don't know if it changed a whole lot. It doesn't seem to have any kind of a clicky effect. It just has the ferocity, but pretty sure that's what my old Greaves of the Shackled were too. And now I have some Greaves of the Shackled, slightly used. I just need to use some Fuzzle Cutter's Formula 5000 to get some of the bloodstains out, and then I might be able to put this up on the market and see if it sells or something, or I don't know, something like that. I hope this video has helped you, because I know it's difficult to get crafting information right now with EQ traders being down, and not the other sites are not nearly as helpful. The only one that's been close to helping has been Alakazam, so I do recommend checking them out. I'll put the URL up on the screen somewhere. They've been helpful as far as getting the stuff, although to get all the information from them you do have to buy a membership, but it's like $9 for a whole year. And they're not sponsoring me. In fact, I don't think they like me too much, because this is a good thing too, a tip for you, if you will. It's a yearly membership fee of like $8 or $9, and I got charged on my credit card like a month ago. I didn't know what it was. Sure, it was only $8 or $9, but what if somebody got my number and they were testing the waters? So I disputed the charge because it came up on my fraud thing on the text. Otherwise, I wouldn't even have noticed it. If it didn't come up in the fraud alert on my phone, I would have just like not have known. But it did, and then I'm like, it doesn't say Alakazam when you look it up in your bank statements. It says something else. So I would suggest, if the people that run Alakazam ever do see this video, maybe you could find a way to put Alakazam in the statements, so folks like me who love your site, by the way, really do, and recommend it to others, won't accidentally dispute the charge, because I'm sure that's a hassle for you guys too. Okay, so that's the tip of the day. Maybe so what I would say is, when you get your membership, do not click on reoccurring. Leave that blank. That way, when it does expire a year from now, you can just do it each time without the reoccurring, so you're not surprised one morning with a fraud alert, because it does seem very random. It's, you know, it's been a year since you've used it and had a charge from them, and you just get it like it, because it might happen at like midnight or when you're usually sleeping. So fraud alerts might come up. I hope this helped you. If it did, leave a like. It would really help me get seen by more EverQuest players. Algorithm puts me out there. If you want to support the channel, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Or better yet, you could join the channel as a channel member. If channel members are not your thing, look at the links below. There's a link to my Patreon. That helps a lot too. In fact, Patreon patrons get early access to my videos. Usually I put them up on Patreon on Saturday morning, and they don't come out on YouTube until the following Monday afternoon. I want to thank all my current YouTube channel members and Patreon patrons for your support and your continued support. Those of you who keep subscribing month after month are my absolute heroes. Thank you very much. And thank you all for watching. Have a great day and a wonderful tomorrow.
Roar echoes upon the sands. The scent of rain is in the air. I'm being chased by a grizzly bear. Don't leave me now, I'm just alone, exploring the commons. I'm far from home. Courage don't come easy. Don't need me now.